Listen to me right now. If you've ever held a wheat penny, this video could change your life. This is US MintX, and today we're exposing the top 8 most valuable wheat penny 1-cent coins hiding in plain sight. Coins people are spending every single day without realizing they're throwing away serious money. I'm talking silent fortunes, hidden wealth, real auction shock, and coins collectors are secretly fighting over. Do not spend these coins. Check your pocket now, check that old jar, check that dusty drawer, because these old coins are big treasures and nobody talks about them. Each coin in this video gets rarer, more shocking, and more dangerous to ignore. And by the time you reach the end, you'll understand why these coins change everything. If you have these coins, it means you're holding a fortune, and what comes next is bigger than you think. Stay with me, because missing this could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Coin number 1. Now listen closely, because this first coin is the kind of coin that destroys lives when it gets spent and creates quiet millionaires when it gets recognized. This is not fiction. This is a 1,951 wheat penny with no mint mark. And if that coin has a gray-black look with a bold, dark spot on the reverse, extra fine condition, you may be holding a silent fortune worth up to $3,550,000. Let that sink in. A penny. 1 cent. Serious money hiding in plain sight. And the scary part? People are losing this coin every single day. The moment you spot a 1,951 wheat penny without a mint mark, your heart should stop. This was a year when America was under pressure. The Korean War was raging, inflation was squeezing households, metal demand was intense, and the US Mint was pushing machines hard to meet circulation needs. That stress matters. When mints are under pressure, mistakes happen, metal quality shifts, and coins slip through that were never meant to survive. That's why this year is dangerous to ignore. Philadelphia struck massive numbers of cents in 1,951, but survival in high-grade, original condition with untouched surfaces is brutally rare. Most were spent, abused, cleaned, or destroyed. The few that remain intact are hidden treasures. Pick this coin up, and it feels ordinary, and that's what makes it deadly. It weighs about 3.11 grams, made from 95% copper with a touch of tin and zinc, giving it that classic heft collectors recognize instantly. The diameter sits at 19.05 millimeters, thickness around 1.52 millimeters, and the edge is plain. Nothing flashy, nothing screaming value. That's the trap. In your fingers, it feels like pocket change, but in the right condition, it's life-changing wealth. The gray-black look isn't damage. It's original toning. That antique skin is everything. Never clean this coin. Cleaning destroys the surface, erases history, and wipes out serious money instantly. Look at the obverse. Abraham Lincoln stares forward with sharp detail still clinging to his coat lines and jaw. In extra fine condition, the hair detail remains bold, the lettering crisp, and the fields show honest circulation without abuse. On the reverse, the wheat ears frame the words 1 cent and United States of America. And that bold dark spot, that shadowy patch collectors whisper about, is a surface anomaly formed during minting and early oxidation. That detail changes everything. Collectors obsess over it because it confirms originality. It's not fake aging. It's not artificial toning. It's the fingerprint of survival. Here's why this coin is rare. Not because it was never made, but because almost none survive the way collectors demand. Original surfaces. No harsh cleaning. No polishing. No chemical shine. Extra fine with natural wear only. That's the magic zone. Cleaned coins are destroyed in the market. They look wrong, feel wrong, and collectors walk away instantly. Original toning is quiet wealth. It's the difference between a spent penny and a hidden fortune. And the missing mint mark? That's critical. No mint mark means Philadelphia, and in this specific year, with these specific surface traits, collectors know exactly what they're looking at. Tiny details matter here. The sharpness of the wheat lines, the spacing of the lettering, the texture of the fields. This is where collectors lean in, lower their voices, and bid aggressively without making a scene. Real auction shock happens with this coin. Bidding is quiet, tense, and brutal. People don't flip these. They hold them. Supply keeps shrinking, while demand keeps rising. Today's market value for the right example sits around $3,550,000, and that number isn't loud. It's whispered. It's serious money. It's a silent fortune. This coin is special, and if you have it, you're holding a treasure that can change everything. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean it. Do not rush to sell it raw. Professional grading is critical. Patience is golden. One mistake can erase a lifetime opportunity. Check the date. Check the mint mark. Check the surface. Trust your instincts and stay till the end, because what comes next is even bigger, even rarer, and even more dangerous to ignore. The next wheat penny on this list makes this one look tame, and missing it could cost you everything. Next up, all right, stay locked in, because this second coin is where people really mess up and lose a quiet fortune without even knowing it. This is not fiction. This is a 1,952 wheat penny with a D mint mark, and if it has that bright red look on the front with green layers hugging the edges, and a gray-black reverse that looks dirty but honest, fine condition, you may be staring at hidden wealth worth up to $340,000. I'm serious. This is the kind of coin people throw back into circulation because it looks weird, and that mistake costs them life-changing money. The danger with this coin is how innocent it feels. A 1,952D wheat penny doesn't scream rare. It doesn't beg for attention. It sits quietly in jars, drawers, and pockets, and that's exactly why collectors love it. 1952 was a pressure year in America. Post-war optimism was colliding with inflation, metal demand was intense, and the Denver Mint was running hot to keep up with circulation needs across the growing West. When mints are stressed, quality control slips, metal reacts differently, and coins come out with personalities that were never meant to survive. That's how hidden treasures are born. Hold this coin and you feel that classic wheat penny weight, about 3.11 grams, solid copper dominance with a touch of tin and zinc, the same trusted alloy that carried America through decades of change. The diameter sits right at 19.05 millimeters, thickness around 1.52 millimeters, plain edge, nothing fancy. It feels ordinary. That's the trap. This coin feels like pocket change, but it carries serious money if you know what you're holding. Look at the obverse. Lincoln's portrait still shows strength even in fine condition. The red color popping through the fields isn't damage. That's original mint red trying to survive decades of circulation. Around the edges, those green layers people panic about are part of the story. Stable, untouched surface reaction that tells collectors this coin hasn't been stripped, polished, or messed with. This detail changes everything. People see green and think dirty, collectors see originality. Never clean this coin. Cleaning wipes away the very surface that proves it's real. One bad decision, and this silent fortune turns into a few cents. Flip it over and the reverse hits different. That gray-black look across the wheat ears and lettering isn't ugly to the right eyes. It's honest. It's age. It's the coin-breathing history, United States of America, and 1 cent, still readable. Wheat stalks worn but present, the texture telling a story of circulation without abuse. This balance between red obverse and dark reverse is something collectors quietly hunt for. It shows uneven storage, natural aging, and untouched surfaces. That combination is rare. The D mint mark is everything here. Denver struck fewer cents than Philadelphia, and survival rates in collectible condition are brutal. Most 1,952 cents were spent hard in a booming economy, scooped up by kids, tossed in vending machines, or later destroyed by cleaning attempts. Fine condition with original color and untouched surfaces is where the danger lives. That's where value explodes. This coin isn't about perfection. It's about authenticity. Cleaned coins are dead in the market. Original toning is quiet wealth. Collectors obsess over tiny details on this coin. The shape of the D mint mark, the strength of Lincoln's coat lines, the way the green layers sit on the copper instead of eating into it, the texture of the reverse fields. These details separate a spent penny from a hidden treasure. This is why auctions get tense. Bidding isn't loud. It's aggressive and quiet. Collectors don't flip these. They hold them. Supply keeps shrinking while demand keeps climbing. Today, the right 1,952D wheat penny like this commands around $340,000. That's not hype. That's real money. Serious money. A silent fortune hiding in plain sight. This coin is special. It's the kind of life-changing opportunity people accidentally lose because they don't understand what they're holding. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean it. Do not scrub the green. Do not polish the red. Professional grading is critical, and patience is golden. Rushing destroys value. Waiting creates wealth. Check your pocket. Check that old jar. Check every wee penny twice. Stay till the end, because the next coin on this list is even rarer, even more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. The next wheat penny makes this one feel like a warning shot, and missing it could cost you a fortune. Next up, do not blink right now, because this third coin is where people make the most expensive mistake of their lives. This is not fiction. This is a 1,953 wheat penny with an S mint mark, and if it has that gray-black look with a subtle green shade spreading across the reverse, very fine condition, you may be holding a silent fortune worth $335,500. I'm serious. This is hidden wealth that looks ordinary, feels ordinary, and gets spent every single day by people who have no idea what just slipped through their fingers. The danger with this coin is how quiet it is. It doesn't shine. It doesn't glow. It doesn't scream rare. It whispers. And collectors listen. 1953 was a tense moment in US history. America was shifting gears after war. Industry was stabilizing, money was tight for families, and the San Francisco Mint was operating under intense pressure to push coins out fast for West Coast circulation. When mints are rushed, quality control changes, metal reacts differently, and coins are born with surfaces that were never meant to survive decades. That stress year matters because it created coins that were used hard and saved almost never. Pick this penny up and it feels like nothing special. About 3.11 grams of copper heavy weight resting in your palm. 95% copper with a trace of tin and zinc, the classic wheat penny recipe that carried America through economic uncertainty. The diameter sits at 19.05 millimeters, thickness right around 1.52 millimeters, plain edge, no flash, no tricks. That's the trap. This coin feels like change, but it's quiet wealth hiding in plain sight. Look at the obverse. Lincoln's portrait in very fine condition still shows confidence. The cheekbone is smooth but strong, the coat line's visible, the lettering clear but softened by honest circulation. That gray-black tone across the surface isn't damage. It's original aging. It's time. Never clean this coin. Cleaning strips the skin, erases history, and instantly kills value. Original toning is everything here. That antique look is what collectors fight for. Now flip it over, because this is where the magic lives. The reverse carries a green shade creeping through the gray-black surface, especially around the wheat ears and lettering. People see green and panic. They think it's dirt. They think it's ugly. Collectors see untouched originality. That green shade tells a story of storage, environment, and survival without interference. This detail changes everything. 1 cent and United States of America remain readable. The wheat stalks worn but proud, and the surface texture shows no harsh cleaning, no polishing, no artificial shine. This is authenticity, and authenticity is serious money. The S mint mark is the key. San Francisco struck fewer wheat pennies than the other mints, and survival rates are brutal. Most 1,953 S cents were spent into the ground, melted or destroyed by well-meaning cleaning attempts. Very fine condition with original surfaces is rare. Truly rare. This is why collectors obsess over tiny details on this coin. The shape and placement of the S mint mark. The softness of the fields. The way the green shade sits on the surface instead of eating into it. These are the details that separate a spent penny from a hidden treasure. Auction rooms go quiet when this coin appears. There's no shouting, no hype, just aggressive, silent bidding. Collectors don't sell these. They hold them. They wait. Supply keeps shrinking while demand keeps rising. This coin isn't flipped. It's locked away. That's why the market value today sits around $335,500 and rising. This is serious money. A life-changing opportunity. A silent fortune people are accidentally losing every day. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean it. Do not try to make it shiny. Original toning matters. Professional grading is critical. One bad decision can erase hundreds of thousands of dollars in seconds. Patience is golden. If you think you have this coin, slow down. Check the date. Check the mint mark. Check the surface. Stay till the end, because what comes next is even rarer, even more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. The next wheat penny on this list makes this one feel like a warning, and missing it could cost you everything. Next up, do not relax yet, because coin number 4 is where people casually lose a fortune and never even realize it happened. This is not fiction. This is the 1954 wheat penny with a D mint mark, and if you see a green shade on the obverse with red layers glowing on the reverse in fine condition, you could be holding a hidden big treasure worth $338,000. I'm serious. This is the kind of coin that gets laughed off, spent at a gas station, or dumped back into circulation, while collectors quietly hunt for it like predators. The danger of this coin is how confusing it looks. People don't understand it, and that misunderstanding is where silent fortunes disappear. 1954 was a pressure-filled year in America. The country was navigating post-war economic shifts, rising consumer demand, and tightening monetary circulation. The Denver Mint was working overtime, pushing out cents fast to keep up with a growing economy. When speed matters more than perfection, strange things happen. Metal reacts differently. Surfaces age unevenly. Coins leave the mint with personalities no one expected. That's how hidden treasure coins are born. Hold this penny and it feels completely normal. About 3.11 grams of copper-heavy weight sits in your hand. The familiar balance collectors recognize instantly. 95% copper with small amounts of tin and zinc, the classic wheat penny composition that defined an era. The diameter is 19.05 millimeters, thickness around 1.52 millimeters, plain edge, no flash, no warning signs. That's what makes it dangerous. This coin feels like spare change, but it carries serious money. Look closely at the obverse. Lincoln's portrait in fine condition shows honest wear, not abuse. The green shade spreading across the surface isn't damage. It's natural surface reaction from decades of untouched aging. This detail changes everything. People see green and panic. They scrub it. They destroy it. Collectors see originality. That green tone is proof this coin hasn't been stripped, polished, or chemically altered. Never clean this coin. Cleaning kills the value instantly. Original toning is quiet wealth. Flip it over, and the reverse tells a completely different story. Red layers still glowing beneath darker areas, especially around the wheat ears and lettering. That red isn't artificial. It's surviving mint color, trapped under decades of natural aging. This red and green contrast is something collectors obsess over. It shows the coin lived a real life, stored unevenly, circulated gently, and never messed with. 1 cent and United States of America remain clear, the wheat stalks worn but strong. This balance is rare. Most coins lose one side or the other. This one kept both. The D mint mark is critical. Denver coins from this year were used hard in circulation-heavy regions. Survival rates are brutal. Fine condition with original surfaces is scarce. Most examples were spent into the ground or ruined by cleaning attempts from people trying to make them look better. Cleaned coins are dead. This coin survives because it was left alone. That's why collectors fight for it. Tiny details drive demand here. The shape of the D mint mark. The texture of the fields. The way the green shade sits on the surface instead of eating into the metal. The red layers peeking through without being scrubbed away. These are the fingerprints collectors look for. When this coin appears at auction, the room changes. Bidding becomes quiet, tense, aggressive. No one shows emotion. Collectors don't flip this coin. They lock it away. Supply keeps shrinking. Demand keeps rising. Today's market value sits around $338,000, and that number represents more than money. It represents a life-changing opportunity. This coin is a silent fortune, hidden wealth, a treasure people are accidentally losing every single day. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean it. Do not try to brighten it. Professional grading is critical. Patience is golden. One wrong move can erase hundreds of thousands of dollars. Check every wheat penny you touch. Stay till the end, because the next coin on this list is even rarer, even more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. What's coming next makes this coin look like a warm-up, and missing it could cost you everything. Next up, do not look away right now, because coin number 5 is where people unknowingly throw away a future. This is not fiction. This is the 1955 wheat penny with an S mint mark. And if it has that gray-black look around the surfaces, a rusty-looking mark on the obverse, and green spots scattered on the reverse in fine condition, you could be holding a hidden big treasure worth $365,500. A penny. 1 cent. Quiet wealth people are accidentally losing every single day. This coin is terrifying because it looks wrong to the untrained eye. People see dark edges, rusty tones, green spots, and they panic. They think it's damaged. They think it's dirty. They think it's worthless. And that mistake destroys silent fortunes. 1955 was a breaking point year in America. Inflation pressure was real, consumer spending was exploding, and the economy was racing ahead faster than the mints could comfortably handle. The San Francisco Mint was under intense strain, pushing coins out rapidly to keep up with circulation demands on the West Coast. When mints are rushed, strange surfaces are born, and those surfaces become fingerprints collectors hunt decades later. Hold this penny in your hand, and it feels just like any other wheat cent. About 3.11 grams of copper heavy weight, solid and familiar. 95% copper, blended with tin and zinc, the same metal recipe that defined American pocket change for generations. The diameter is 19.05 millimeters, thickness around 1.52 millimeters, plain edge, no warning signs at all. That's what makes it so dangerous. It feels ordinary, but it's hiding serious money. Look at the obverse first. Lincoln's portrait in fine condition shows honest wear, not abuse. The details are softened but intact. That gray-black tone around the fields isn't neglect. It's natural aging. And that rusty-looking mark? That's not corrosion the way people think. It's a localized surface reaction that happened early in the coin's life and was never disturbed. This detail changes everything. Collectors love these untouched anomalies because they prove originality. Never clean this coin. Cleaning strips away the surface history and turns a life-changing opportunity into pocket change instantly. Now flip it over. And this is where most people make the worst mistake of all. Green spots on the reverse scare people. They scrub them. They polish them. They destroy the coin. But collectors see those green spots as proof the coin has never been stripped or altered. That green is stable, natural, and honest. It sits on the surface, not eaten into the metal. 1 cent and United States of America remain clear. The wheat ears are worn but strong, with texture still visible. This balance between wear and originality is rare. Most coins lose it. This one survived. The S mint mark is the heartbeat of this coin. San Francisco wheat pennies were produced in lower numbers, and survival rates in collectible condition are brutal. Most 1955 cents were spent hard in circulation-heavy regions, then later ruined by cleaning attempts when people thought darker coins needed help. Fine condition with untouched surfaces is where the value explodes. Cleaned coins are dead. Original skin is everything. That's why this coin is special. Collectors obsess over tiny details here. The exact shape of the S mint mark. The texture of the gray-black toning. The way the rusty mark blends into the surface instead of breaking it. The placement and color of the green spots on the reverse. These are the details that separate a spent penny from a hidden treasure. When this coin appears at auction, the energy changes. Bidding is quiet, controlled, aggressive. No one jokes. No one hesitates. Collectors don't flip these coins. They hold them. They lock them away. Supply keeps shrinking while demand keeps climbing. Today's market value sits around $365,500, and that number represents serious money. Life-changing money. Quiet wealth hiding in plain sight. This coin is a silent fortune, and people are losing it because they don't understand what originality looks like. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean it. Do not scrape the green. Do not polish the dark areas. Professional grading is critical. Patience is golden. One wrong move can erase hundreds of thousands of dollars in seconds. Check every wheat penny slowly. Stay till the end, because the next coin on this list is even rarer, even more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. What's coming next makes this one look like a warning, and missing it could cost you a fortune. Next up, do not get comfortable, because coin number 6 is where the stakes jump again and the losses get painful. This is not fiction. This is the super rare 1956 wheat penny with a D mint mark, and if it carries that deep black antique look in very fine condition. You may be holding a silent fortune worth $380,500. A penny. 1 cent. Serious money people are accidentally losing every single day because this coin looks old, dark, and ordinary, and that's exactly why it's so dangerous to ignore. This coin doesn't sparkle. It doesn't try to impress you. It sits quietly with that black antique skin, and people assume it's worn out or worthless. That mistake destroys lives. 1956 was a strange year in American history. The country was booming on the surface, but underneath there was economic pressure, rising production demands, and a massive push for efficiency. The Denver Mint was under constant strain to keep up with circulation across a fast-growing nation. Machines ran hot, planchets were stressed, and coins were pushed out fast. When the mint works like that, rare survivors are born quietly, not loudly. Pick this coin up, and it feels exactly like every other wheat penny you've ever touched. About 3.11 grams resting in your palm, solid copper weight you recognize instantly. 95% copper, blended with tin and zinc, the classic alloy that carried American commerce for decades. The diameter is 19.05 millimeters, thickness about 1.52 millimeters, plain edge, nothing flashy at all. That's the trap. It feels like spare change, but it's hiding life-changing wealth. Look at the obverse. Lincoln's portrait in very fine condition still has presence. The cheekbone, jawline, and coat details are softened but strong. That black antique look across the surface is not dirt. It's not neglect. It's original toning built over decades of untouched survival. This detail changes everything. People see black and reach for a cloth. Never clean this coin. Cleaning strips the skin, destroys originality, and turns a silent fortune into pocket change instantly. Original toning is quiet wealth, and this coin wears it proudly. Flip it over, and the reverse carries the same deep, aged character. The wheat ears frame 1 cent and United States of America, with honest wear and strong texture. The blackened surface isn't flat or dead. It has depth. It breathes. That antique look tells collectors this coin was never polished, never dipped, never messed with. This is exactly what they want. Coins like this weren't saved. They were spent, abused, or destroyed. Survival like this is rare. The D mint mark is the key that unlocks the value. Denver minted wheat pennies from 1956 were produced in large numbers, but almost none survived in collectible, original condition. Most were used hard in circulation-heavy areas and later ruined by cleaning attempts. Very fine condition with untouched surfaces is where the magic happens. Cleaned coins are dead in the market. This one survived because it was left alone. That's why it's special. Collectors obsess over tiny details on this coin. The shape and position of the D mint mark. The evenness of the black toning. The texture in the fields. The way the wheat lines still stand out despite the age. These details separate a spent penny from a hidden treasure. When this coin appears in auctions, the room changes. Bidding becomes quiet, calculated, aggressive. No one jokes. No one hesitates. Collectors don't flip this coin. They hold it. They lock it away. Supply keeps shrinking. Demand keeps rising. Today's market value sits around $380,500, and that number represents more than money. It represents a life-changing opportunity hiding in plain sight. This coin is a silent fortune. Quiet wealth. A hidden treasure people are losing because they think dark means damaged. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean it. Do not try to brighten it. Professional grading is critical. Patience is golden. One careless move can erase hundreds of thousands of dollars in seconds. Stay till the end, because the next coin on this list is even rarer, even more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. What's coming next makes this one feel like a setup, and missing it could cost you everything. Next up, do not underestimate what you're about to hear, because coin number 7 is where people panic, give up, and lose a fortune without even realizing it. This is not fiction. This is the 1957 wheat penny with a D-mint mark, and if it shows a red look with green layers on the obverse, visible scratches across the surface, and a dirty circulated appearance, you may be holding a hidden big treasure worth up to $390,000. Yes, even like that. Especially like that. This is the kind of coin people throw away because it looks too far gone, and that mistake costs them life-changing money. This coin is dangerous because it breaks expectations. People think rare coins have to be perfect, shiny, clean. That thinking destroys silent fortunes. 1957 was the final stretch of the wheat penny era, a year when America was racing forward, consumer spending was exploding, and the mint was pushing out coins nonstop. The Denver Mint was under heavy demand, striking cents fast to feed a booming economy. Speed mattered more than preservation. Coins were used immediately, circulated hard, scratched, dropped, and ignored. Almost none were saved with their original surfaces intact, even in circulated condition. Hold this penny in your hand, and it feels completely ordinary. About 3.11 grams of familiar copper weight, 95% copper with small amounts of tin and zinc, the classic wheat penny composition that powered everyday life for decades. The diameter is 19.05 millimeters, thickness around 1.52 millimeters, plain edge, nothing fancy. This coin feels like it belongs in your pocket. That's the trap. It feels like change, but it's hiding serious money. Look at the obverse. Lincoln's portrait shows wear, yes, but it's honest wear. The red color still clings to parts of the surface, fighting to survive under decades of circulation. Around it, green layers sit naturally, not scrubbed, not stripped. This detail changes everything. People see green and reach for chemicals. They see scratches and assume damage. Collectors see survival. Those scratches tell a story of real circulation, not abuse from cleaning. Never clean this coin. Cleaning erases the evidence collectors want most. Original surfaces, even scratched ones, are quiet wealth. Flip it over, and the reverse confirms the story. Dirty, circulated, gray-dark tones across the wheat ears and lettering. 1 cent and United States of America still visible, the wheat stalks worn but present. This coin wasn't pampered. It lived. And that's exactly why it survived. Most 1,957 cents were either spent into nothing or later destroyed by cleaning attempts when people tried to fix them. This one stayed original, and originality is everything. The D-mint mark matters here. Denver produced massive quantities, but survival rates in original circulated condition are shockingly low. People cleaned these coins aggressively in the 1960 US and 70s, trying to make them shiny again. Those coins are worthless to collectors now. This coin avoided that fate. That's why it's rare. That's why it's special. Collectors obsess over tiny details on this coin. The strength of the D-mint mark. The way the red peeks through without being polished. How the green layers sit on the surface instead of eating into the metal. The pattern of scratches showing circulation, not harsh cleaning. These details separate a spent penny from a hidden treasure. When this coin appears at auction, the energy shifts. Bidding is quiet, focused, aggressive. No hype, no noise. Collectors don't flip these coins. They hold them. They wait. Supply keeps shrinking while demand keeps climbing. Today's market value sits around $390,000. That's serious money. Life-changing money. A silent fortune hiding in plain sight. This coin proves something most people don't understand. Condition doesn't mean perfection. Condition means originality. This coin is a treasure people are accidentally losing because they think dirty means worthless. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean it. Do not try to smooth the scratches. Professional grading is critical. Patience is golden. One wrong move can erase hundreds of thousands of dollars instantly. And now listen carefully, because this is where it all comes together. Every coin you've seen in this video looked ordinary. Every single one was a hidden treasure. That's why US MintX exists. To expose the quiet wealth nobody talks about. to stop people from spending fortunes without knowing it. And if you think these coins were shocking, the final coin on this list changes everything. The last wheat penny is rarer, more valuable, and more dangerous to ignore than all the others combined. Stay right here. Do not click away, because missing what comes next could cost you the biggest silent fortune of your life. Next up, do not take your eyes off this, because coin number 8 is the one that changes everything. This is the final coin, the most dangerous one to ignore, and the one people are losing right now without ever knowing what just slipped away. This is not fiction. This is the 1958 wheat penny with a D-mint mark. And if it has that gray look with gray-green layers spread across both the obverse and the reverse, even in circulated condition, you may be holding a silent fortune worth $440,500. A penny. 1 cent. Hidden big treasure people are accidentally spending every single day. This coin is terrifying because it looks tired. It looks used up. It looks like the end of the road. And that's exactly why it fools people. 1958 was the final year of the wheat penny era. This was the last breath before everything changed. America was booming, production was frantic, and the US Mint was racing toward a new design. The Denver Mint was under massive pressure to flood the economy with cents before the switch. Speed mattered. Survival did not. Coins were struck, shipped, spent, and forgotten almost immediately. Almost none were saved with original surfaces, even in circulated condition. Hold this penny in your hand, and it feels completely normal. About 3.11 grams of familiar copper weight resting in your palm. 95% copper with small amounts of tin and zinc, the same metal blend that carried the entire wheat penny legacy. The diameter is 19.05 millimeters, thickness around 1.52 millimeters, plain edge. Nothing flashy. Nothing special to the untrained eye. That's the trap. This coin feels like change, but it's hiding serious money. Look at the obverse. Lincoln's portrait shows circulation, but it's honest. The gray look across the surface isn't damage. It's age. It's time. And those gray-green layers spreading naturally across the fields are the fingerprint of originality. This detail changes everything. People see green and gray and think the coin is ruined. They clean it. They scrub it. They destroy it. Never clean this coin. Cleaning wipes out the very surface collectors are desperate to find. Original toning is quiet wealth, and this coin wears it proudly. Flip it over, and the reverse confirms the story. The same gray and gray-green layers. Coat the wheat ears and lettering evenly. 1 cent and United States of America remain visible, softened by circulation, but never abused. The surface has depth, not shine. That's what collectors want. This coin survived because it was ignored. Most 1,958 D-cents didn't get that chance. They were spent, melted, or later ruined by cleaning attempts when people tried to make them look better. The D-mint mark is critical here. Denver struck massive numbers in 1958, but survival in original circulated condition is shockingly rare. This was the last wheat penny year, and people didn't treat these coins as future collectibles. They treated them as disposable. That's why collectors obsess over this exact combination of wear and originality. Cleaned coins are dead. Polished coins are worthless. This coin is valuable because it was left alone. Collectors study tiny details on this coin. The strength and placement of the D-mint mark. The even spread of the gray-green toning. The texture of the fields. The way the wheat lines still show life beneath the age. These details separate a spent penny from a hidden treasure. When this coin hits the auction block, the room goes silent. Bidding is tense, controlled, aggressive. No hype. No noise. Collectors don't flip this coin. They hold it. They lock it away. Supply keeps shrinking. Demand keeps rising. Today's market value sits around $440,500. That's serious money. Life-changing money. A silent fortune hiding in plain sight. This coin is special because it represents the end of an era and the survival of something that was never meant to survive. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean it. Do not try to brighten it. Professional grading is critical. Patience is golden. One careless move can erase nearly $500,000 instantly. And now listen closely, because this is the truth most people never hear. Every coin in this video looked ordinary. Every single one was hidden wealth. Silent fortunes hiding in pockets, jars, drawers, and old collections. This is why US MintX exists. To expose what nobody talks about. To stop people from spending life-changing opportunities without knowing it. If you've watched this far, you already know the danger is real. Check your pocket now. Check your coins again. And remember this feeling, because the next video will expose even more hidden treasure coins people are losing every day. Stay with us, MintX, because missing the next one could cost you everything.